Hello everyone and welcome to the continuation of our audio UI, that's the front end. So in our previous lesson, this was what we were able to achieve. Okay, so we ended with the audio controls. Okay, and then it was playable, you can mute our music and the likes. Okay, so now for this particular animation, you would have to go to loti.com. Okay, see here, and then you can type in the search field for whatever you want. Okay, and then whichever image or GIF or image Lotify you want, you just click, and then you can click on the download and then select GIF. Okay, you can use any of the formats, but I'm going with the GIF. Okay, yeah, I already have it downloaded. Um, which is this particular GIF. Okay, so you can decide to go for any of them. Let's try downloading this and see. So I'm going to download this. Okay, so now that is downloaded, I'm going to rename it and then put it inside my folder. Okay, so there's my folder. I'm going to move it here. Then I'm going to change the name. Okay, just so I shorten it. So let me just do it music. So it's already loaded in my GIF, sorry, my VS Code. So if I come here and then I change, sorry, here that's the GIF, and then I type music. Okay, music is should. Okay, so you see we have it, and then we have our guy here. Okay, so now I'm going to my main.css, and then I'm going to start styling. So use the universal selector, that's the asterisk, curly braces, and then we'll start working on the margin and the padding. So let me type padding. I'm going to set all my paddings to 0. So we want to reset our document or our web page. We set our margin. Okay, so all that we are trying to do is to 0 is we want to set our document such that we are able to get the desired size that we want, or width or properties that we give to it. So like say the width and then the height. So let's try border box. Let's do border box. Sorry, box sizing instead. So box sizing, say to border box. Okay, so what happened? And then I would want all my fonts to have the same font style. Okay, so font family, the same font family. Now go for Sego. Okay, and then I want them to be white. So color, I'm going to set them to Alice blue. Okay, so I'm setting everything. That's for the fonts, and then the text property to this particular color. Okay, so now we can start working on the body. So we arrange so you can see the text is looking faint. So let's work on the body. So body, then inside the body we are going to start. Let me give it a background color of let's use this color hash 455 A6, I think 4. Okay, yeah. So now our background our font stands out. Okay, and then we'll give it some position. So we want to make sure it's well positioned. We are going to center everything. So position, we'll set it to absolute. I think I will need to hold another session on position. Okay, so we try to understand the meaning of absolute and then relative positioning. So I'm going to set my top to 50%. 50%. Sorry, let's terminate it here. So we need to end it with a semicolon, semi or semicolon, and then we'll set our left also to 50%. Then we'll terminate it. Okay, so if I enlarge this, you can see it looks centered, but it's not well centered. Okay, so let's try working that out. Okay, so to do that, um, we have to work on our container. Okay, so our container, which is the class, sorry, so dots the period container, or whichever name you give to it. Then I'm going to give it a background color of let me just copy this. Control C, paste it here. Oops. Ctrl V. Okay. And then we'll change the color code to, let's use 263238. So let's see. So there's our container. We would want to actually, because our image is too big. Okay, so we'll work on our image in a moment. Or let's work on our image now. So I'm going to work on our image. We'll go back to our container in a moment. So img. Okay. And I'm going to give it a width of 15 rem. Okay, so we see what is happening. And then we'll give it a height also of let's use 13 rem. Now let me give it or better still, let's work on let's come to the container and then try to center everything. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so we need to center it. So we have some properties to give in our container. So in our container, I'm going to give it or our body. Okay, our body, I'm going to do transform, then we'll do translate. So translate we'll do on the x-axis minus 50%, and then on the y-axis comma minus 50%. So it's going to do some deduction and then try to do its computation and then center everything. So if I enlarge this, you can see, oops, let's see what's happening. Something wrong here. Okay, so we'll come back to this. Now let's see what we can do now is to actually do some flexing. Okay, so I would display flex. So let's use display flex. Okay, flex a container. Okay, just so we have everything aligned here. Then we'll give it a flex direction of row. Okay, it's already row. It's already row. So we'll come back to that. Let's see what we have here. Let's give our container a radius, so border radius of 0.5 rem. Okay, so we have the corners rounded. And then we'll give it or we'll continue the next lesson where we'll actually add some shadows and try to reposition everything. So see you in the next lesson. Thank you.